So hello and welcome to Mind Body Experience. My name is Helen Doyle, Mind Coach, and one of the things that I particularly work with are people who are dealing with anxiety. And in this time where a lot of change is taking place for people, we have the world opening up again, and colleges are opening and students return, and parents have to deal too with the stress of all of these changes: schools, colleges, work life, home life, and balance. So, what is it about stress and anxiety that I can tell you here today? Well, we all suffer from it. Nobody gets off scot-free and coasts through life. That is pretty much a fact. And anxiety and stress was given to us as a mechanism to help us in our lives. Now, it mightn't always feel like that, but that's actually the reason why we have this thing called anxiety and stress. It's a mechanism within us that alerts us. So it was given to us originally to deal with difficult situations. So we had the flight, fight, or freeze response. So when stress or anxiety became extremely heightened, we could take flight, as in we get a burst of hormones through our system to give us a complete adrenaline rush so that we could leave a difficult situation. We could fight. Our arms and limbs would get a gush of energy from the hormones released in the body, and the adrenaline pump could help us to defend ourselves. Or you could freeze, which means you could go into a little hideout or a hiding situation, or just go completely quiet within yourself, which is a mechanism to help get through a difficult time as well. So a continuous, ongoing stress and anxiety response is like a continuous floating of hormones in the system that are not necessary all of the time. So the effect on the body can be feeling panicky, shallow breathing, getting flustered. Your sleep could be affected, your appetite could be affected. People report things like being really hot and sticky and sweaty at times, all based on the amount of adrenaline that's pumping through the system on almost like a continuous ticking over basis. The effect on the emotions then is that people can tend to get irritable with one another. Or it could be like a sense of insecurity coming up in the person. Or it could be easy to cry, getting angry, and then those emotions are harder to deal with. So, can you overcome this? Absolutely. Absolutely, you can overcome anxiety. And one of the wonderful ways of retraining the body is by using the breath. The breath is like the gateway between the body and the mind. And once you can focus on the breath and release and calm the breathing, the body will follow and the mind will follow. Therefore, the breathing and the breathing can bring the body and the mind into perfect alignment so that you get to have an easier flow. So just working with me just for a moment, taking a deep breath in. Allow the eyes to drop down on the out breath. And we'll do that again. Breathing in. Allowing the eyes to drop down on the out breath. And breathing in. And again, releasing. And as you're aware of the breath and closing down the eyes, it's almost like it shuts out the outside world and you can reconnect back in with yourself. Because when we can retrain the breathing, like I said earlier, you can calm the body and calm the mind. And just taking these few moments now, I'm going to ask you if you're in a safe place and if it is okay for you to do so. Just listen in with me here and work through this with me. And allow yourself, we'll take a deep breath in and we'll allow the eyes to close. And when we do, just pay attention to the sound of my voice. So breathing in and allowing the eyes just to close down on the out breath. And just allowing the eyes just to stay closed, just exactly where you are, once you're in a safe space, and it's okay for you to do so. All you have to do is just listen to the sound of my voice at this particular time. And you see, change is something that exists throughout the universe. And here on Earth, everything changes, as you know. It's part of life, and it's part of living. Even the mountains change, eventually becoming grains of sand. And it is said that every 7 years, almost all of the molecules that make up your body also change. And this means that every 7 years, you are in fact a completely new person. And the DNA and the patterns that makes you the unique individual that you are remain unchanged, and that is why you are still recognizable to yourself and to others. Now, psychological change usually begins below awareness, what might be described as a seed of change, the potential for change. A seed that can be planted in our early or late childhood. A seed that can even be planted here today, and it will help you to grow into yourself and to come to realize that you are your best has yet to come. Now, in the days and weeks and months ahead, you may have a strange feeling or even a sensation or an experience that will in some way confirm to you that you are changing, and that the seed planted in your mind has indeed taken root and is growing. And when that happens, you can take pleasure in knowing that your unconscious mind is working for you, and that the changes that we are making here today are taking root. And once those changes are completed and have become part of your mental processes, well, then these changes will emerge into the consciousness in the form of a new feeling of confidence, of belief, and of acceptance that you are becoming the best that you can be. So when you practice your breathing and release, you are letting go of all of those old, used up thoughts and negative feelings, and allowing that new you, that seed of change, for that relaxed, calm and confident you to take root and begin to flourish in your life. So just coming back again then from 5 to 4, 3, your mind and body perfectly balanced. 2, feeling wonderfully well and refreshed. And 1, just coming back to everyday awareness, knowing that you have indeed planted a seed of change, a seed which is for your benefit to help you in your life going forward. Well done, and thank you for joining me here today. If I can be of any help to you in the future, to release old negative thought programs and to plant in the new seeds that you want for your life, then just send me a message and we can chat. Thank you so much for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.